You have been told that success requires relentless effort. Push harder, work longer, think about it constantly, never let up. And while effort absolutely matters, there is a hidden paradox that many high achievers eventually discover. The harder you force an outcome, the more difficult it can become to achieve. Have you ever noticed that the solution to a problem often appears when you stop obsessing over it? The creative breakthrough arrives during a walk, the answer emerges in the shower, the opportunity appears the moment you stop desperately chasing it. Why? Because sometimes the greatest obstacle to progress isn't a lack of effort, it's the tension created by too much effort. Today, we're exploring the alchemy of surrender, the art of releasing resistance so that clarity, creativity, and meaningful progress can emerge. Modern culture celebrates hustle. We're encouraged to optimize every minute, track every metric, maximize every opportunity, always be moving, always be producing, always be pushing. But endless striving often creates an invisible bottleneck. When you're consumed by the outcome, your mind narrows. You stop seeing alternatives, you become attached to one specific path, and every setback feels like a threat rather than information. The result is not greater clarity, it's mental friction. There is a difference between effort and force. Effort is healthy, effort is focused action. Effort is showing up consistently and doing the work. Force is different. Force is the desperate need to control every outcome. Force is anxiety disguised as productivity. Force is exhausting yourself because you're afraid that letting go means giving up. But surrender is not giving up. Surrender is releasing what you cannot control so you can focus on what you can. Why do breakthroughs often arrive when we stop trying so hard? Because the brain functions differently under pressure. When stress becomes excessive, creativity narrows, problem solving becomes rigid, attention becomes trapped in repetitive thought patterns. But when the nervous system settles, something remarkable happens. Your perspective widens, connections become visible, ideas begin to emerge. The answer wasn't missing. Your mind simply wasn't available to see it. Most people approach success like a battering ram. They try to force open every door. But some of life's greatest opportunities arrive through receptivity rather than aggression, listening instead of controlling, observing instead of reacting, allowing instead of forcing. This doesn't mean abandoning ambition. It means creating enough internal space for insight to emerge. A calm mind often notices opportunities that a frantic mind completely misses. Many people spend their lives operating from pushing energy, constant effort, constant urgency, constant pressure. Everything feels like a struggle, everything feels uphill. But when your nervous system becomes regulated and grounded, your relationship with achievement changes. You stop chasing every possibility, you become selective, intentional, focused, and ironically, opportunities often seem to arrive more naturally. Not because you've become magical, but because you've become clear. Clarity attracts attention, clarity improves decisions, clarity creates momentum. One of the greatest sources of resistance is attachment, the belief that success must happen in a specific way, at a specific time, according to a specific plan. The ego loves certainty, but life rarely operates on our preferred timeline. When we loosen our grip on the exact outcome, we gain flexibility, and flexibility creates resilience. Instead of asking, "Why isn't this happening yet?" we begin asking, "What is this experience teaching me?" That shift changes everything. Not every challenge requires more effort. Sometimes what you need is rest, perspective, patience, reflection. Ask yourself, am I making progress or simply applying more pressure? Am I solving the problem or reinforcing it? Am I creating momentum or creating exhaustion? If effort continually produces diminishing returns, surrender may be the next step. Not permanent surrender, strategic surrender. The willingness to pause, reassess, and return with greater clarity. Imagine approaching your goals from a place of trust rather than tension. You still take action. You still work hard. You still pursue excellence, but you no longer carry the constant burden of forcing results. You become responsive rather than reactive, focused rather than frantic, committed rather than attached. This is what recept